Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here with me. And thank you for all of your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscribes. It means a lot. I utilize the picture that is printed on the card for ease and flow of storytelling, the genders. I mean no disrespect to anybody's sense of identities. Please do what you need to do with those genders to make the storyline work for you. Let us tap right in and see what storyline Spirit would like to share with us. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. We've got hard work and routine. Hard work and routine wound up being a Five of Pentacles. So somebody's hard work got them a Five of Pentacles. In the challenge position, somebody did a whole bunch of work for a long time and they didn't get any results. They're challenged by judgment in the reverse, self-loathing, punishment. They ignored the call. In the subconscious, Eight of Swords in the upright, a restriction, victim mentality. In the recent past, we've got strength in the upright. Intention and expectation. Hierophant in the reverse. It's interesting how one of the descriptors on this card in the reversed is freedom. Going against the grain. Listening to one's own heart song. Loyal to one's own heart. And integrity. Well, it is a possibility of what that means. We'll continue to clarify in the near future. Wow. In the near future, we've got the Nine of Cups. A wish come true. A wish come true. The Sun. Positivity, celebration, a rebirth, all is well, and temperance, balance, and harmony. Earth Angel. Wow. That's amazing. Excuse me. The lens is being looked through. Whoa. The moon in the upright. So there's somebody maybe having premonitions. They're in fear and anxiety regarding this Five of Pentacles that they're stuck in, regarding this restriction in the environment. Seven of Wands. Protection, perseverance, standing up for yourself, maintaining control, holding your own. And the Two of Swords. Stalemate, deadlock. What is that phrase? Oh, I don't have it here. Dang it. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. We've got a Queen of Cups in the upright, emotionally stable, compassionate. And then we've got a Two of Wands in the reverse. Somebody with a fear of the unknown, a fear of change. And the outcome. The outcome. Two of Cups. Unified love and partnership, mutual attraction, proposals and marriage, connections made. And this is causing somebody a Nine of Swords, trauma and despair. They're having nightmares. On the bottom of the Jack, we've got the Seven of Cups, illusion, daydreaming, wishful thinking. Somebody's stuck in an illusion. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Yeah. So somebody did a lot of work over a long period of time. They were very steady with it, and they didn't get any return. They wound up in a Five of Pentacles. They feel unappreciated. They like nobody cares. They did all that work and they didn't get anything for it. And now they're challenged because they're in a judgment reversed, punishment, destruction, self-loathing. Like whatever they did, they're not liking themselves very much. Third party. Eight of Swords is in the subconscious, self-imposed restriction or some form of imprisonment, victim mentality. Victim mentality. Victim mentality. Reflection. In the reverse, this says, being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. So they don't have any clarity. Somebody was too strong. They have an understanding about what has happened, and they have an understanding about what these two did, the damages that they've caused. Somebody was too strong, and they overcame these two who were being a third party, third wheel enemies, pretending to be friends and lovers. So, but you've gained your freedom. You've gained your freedom from this hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. These are hypocrites. They walk around pretending like they have these high moral values, but they're scum. They're hypocrites. They say one thing, they present themselves one way, but they're just scum. And you've gained your freedom from that foolishness. Chaser. And you've got a wish come true, son. 9 of Cups. Emotional stability, wish come true, satisfaction. You've got the Sun here. Pleasure, happiness, vitality, a rebirth, all is well, celebration. And you've got the Temperance card here. So you're balanced, you're harmonious. You could be an earth angel. You have purpose. You could be in your purpose, being sensible. And you're walking away from these ones who are dishonest and they weren't reciprocal. They were takers. Lying, thieving takers. Whores. Playing a game with you. Calling it love. But you're leaving that behind. You've got a new beginning here. And they're in fear and anxiety. You're irreplaceable. You're irreplaceable. You're strong. 2 people at least were plotting against you, calling it love. But you stood up for yourself. You maintained control of yourself. You held your own. And these ones are now in a deadlock, and they have difficult decisions to make. They have to weigh their options. They're in a judgment reversed energy. And business is finished. There's no more business to discuss. There's no reason to ever see each other again or even hear each other's voices. It's finished. You're a Queen of Cups. And they did not plan well. They didn't figure it was at least 2 against 1. They were doing it in the shadow, so you weren't aware of what they were doing. You didn't have the opportunity to defend yourself against this, but you were too strong. You came to find out and gain an understanding, and you gained your freedom about it. Up on out of there. You took your cup, you took your loving cup, and you said sayonara. You took your loving cup. And you took off. Oh. Unexpected income in the reverse. So people are gossiping. Like somebody's gossiping. Somebody knew that this is the way it was going to turn out, and people are gossiping about it. They didn't plan well. Whoever this culprit is, this dishonest liar thief, and their girlfriend boyfriend, yeah, they didn't plan. They figured for sure that they had you outnumbered, outsmarted, outwitted. And they're really upset because you've got a new connection. They lost you. She couldn't replace you. She couldn't replace you. She couldn't even be a reflection of you. Neglected. So they neglected you, and now it's their turn to be neglected. They're in trauma and despair. They want to run away. It's their turn to be neglected. It's their turn to be abused. They want to run away. They want forgiveness. The truth is out, and they're in regret. And they're feeling your absence as you move into your destiny, a new chapter, and a new soul contract. They made a lot of mistakes and they're feeling overwhelmed. They're unworthy. Their values were all about money. Money and sex. You gained your freedom from that. You gained your freedom from these hypocrites, these liars, these thieves. They're in a 5 of Pentacles. And a Judgment reversed, punishment. And an 8 of Swords, restriction. They punished their caregiver. They punished the one who had compassion for them. Thinking it was funny. Ha ha ha. Screwing in the background. Probably doing sex magic. Thinking what a great idea it is. They have to accept the things that cannot change. They feel unappreciated. They worked at this for a long time and they failed. These third party enemies are in the Judgment reversed and a punishment. In a destruction. They're challenged because they came against somebody who was honest, who was compassionate, who cared, who did their best. To show compassion. These ones are being restricted. They're in an Eight of Swords energy. They're in a reflection reverse. They weren't even able to be a reflection of this person, and there's death here. They caused a lot of damage. Everything is seen. There's a complete understanding here, and of this strength that this irreplaceable person had, you know, and fostered while managing this challenge. They failed to put this person in a, they failed to unalive this irreplaceable person. And now it's like going back on them. It's like, okay, well, it failed. Okay, and you have all these agreements or whatever you did while you were working at this up that you're now committed to. They don't find any humor in this. It's not funny. It's not fun. They're feeling the pain from the damage that they've caused over a long period of time. You've gained your freedom from this chaser, this hypocrite, these hypocrites, these adversaries, these enemies. Sleeping with the enemy, man, and you don't even know it. So gross. So gross. But you got a wish come true. Love, the sun, rebirth, all is well. Temperance, you could be an earth angel. Very strong. They were dishonest. Reciprocity is in the reverse, so it was not equal give and take. They were enemies. They were trying to take you out. There's no two ways about it. That was their intention, that was their goal, and they had a great time going at it. It was a good investment. Or so they thought. Yeah, so you got a wish come true with the Nine of Cups, and you got the sun, rebirth, all is well, happiness, vitality, you're alive. And you're an earth angel, or you are in balance and harmony, and you're living life with gratitude. You're irreplaceable, and these ones are in fear and anxiety. They're having premonitions. Relationships, I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good, in the reverse. So whoever this, they're not attracted to people that serve the higher good. They see them as an enemy and who needs to be destroyed. So they're not about relationships that serve the higher good. They're not interested in improving self or becoming more than they were before. They just want to go take out the person who's for the higher good and take whatever material gain they have. So that's what they do. And now they're in fear and anxiety because it's all coming back. Because this person survived. They were able to hold up their own. They maintained control. They were able to defend themselves and persevere through the challenge. They were very strong. And this is over. Unfinished business is in the reverse. Judgment. They could be at a crossroads. I don't know if this means anything. It's weird and it sounds way out there and it doesn't even fit. And I don't know why. But you know that song that I think it's a da 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 farmer's market. I don't know what jingle that is from, if it's an insurance or what it is, but that just ran through my head as I was reading this, so maybe there's some connection. But so we got the Queen of Cups here, compassionate, strong, calm, emotionally stable. Everybody's gossiping. They expected it to come out to work out like this. And these people are that were these third party enemies, they didn't have a plan B. They lacked planning, and now they have a fear of change, a fear of the unknown. There was no plan B. Friendship in the reverse. They're not capable of being a friend. They were never a friend. An enemy. Adversity. That they're an enemy. They're in a Nine of Swords now because they're very neglectful. They failed to give you what you need. They were very abusive. Now they're in trauma and despair. They're very worried because you are coming into an actual faithful, honorable union. Doubt, and there's no doubt about it. So you're coming into a Two of Cups and there's no doubt about it. And they're in grief. They're in grief because you're a limitless being that can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. They lost you. This third wheel party enemy wanted your stuff, and rather than partner with you and have a relationship that would help them expand and grow and become more than they were before, because that's all you were ever doing was expanding and growing and becoming more than you were before, like working on yourself, adding value to yourself, becoming more than you were before. But they weren't interested in that. They just wanted your reward. They're in grief because you're a limitless being and they effed you over with no care in the world. They laughed about it. They laughed about it. They laughed about it. They were intimate about it. They were excited about it. Hurting you. It gave them a thrill to think about stealing your reward, ruining your life, dimming your sun, stealing your light, flipping the earth angel into a pitiful pile of mush. They were so excited about accomplishing that, but they failed. They failed, and they're in a Five of Pentacles now. And there's a death here. They tried to take out a strong and faithful, honest person, an irreplaceable person who the way they love can never be matched, an earth angel son. They failed to get the unexpected income. Third party enemy. Third party enemies pretending they're hypocrites, pretending to be all, earth angel-y when they're just hoe bags, scum, filth. They've got bad health. Who knows? Maybe they got some sort of a disease. They've got Eight of Swords, restricted, feeling isolated, victim mentality. They couldn't even be a reflection of this person, and there's death here. Ugh. Death and coffin in the reverse. They don't want it. It's like they don't want to go into the coffin, but it's here. It's like they're trying to avoid it. Or maybe they couldn't cause, so they were not able to be a reflection of this earth angel. They couldn't mimic this earth angel. They're feeling isolated. They couldn't put the earth angel in a coffin, and now they're facing death. They got the message of concern. They're in bad health for the work that they did. Earth angel, earth angel, earth angel. Main female. Too strong. Too strong. Too strong. Too strong for hoe bags. They're under adjudication. You've gained your freedom from these hypocrites who are enemies, who were chasing after your vitality, your position within the hierarchy. And don't get it wrong, you know, as you can see, it's still very much alive, this topic. Although there is death here. Failure and death. Poverty. Imprisonment. So they're a hypocrite. They're getting a message of concern. These chasers after your abundance and reward and wealth and life. They're facing poverty and imprisonment. Death. In the near future, it could be, you know, you're going to get a wish come true, a period of pleasure, warmth, and celebration. Sensibility, harmony, moderation, and a life of gratitude, right? Attitude of gratitude. And it could very well be that these ones are going to be experiencing an imprisonment and poverty, but they're not going to get any help. So people are gonna lie to them, and nobody's gonna help them. It looks like they're going to experience what they did to this person. They're going to get lied to. Nobody's going to help them. They're going to make their life hard. And they're restricted. Just what they give. And they may have to do it while in bad health. While in very low energy. While in very low energy, these vampires. They're in fear and anxiety. They are not, knowing them, they're being related to them isn't for the higher good. It's a detraction. It goes into the negative. There's no benefit. Journey. So we got journey here. Earth angels stood up for themselves, maintained control, persevered through the challenge, was able to protect themselves, or maybe they were protected by their family. If it's an earth angel, then they've got an angelic family, right? These folks are under judgment. This is over. They're at a crossroads, waiting judgment. They're at a crossroads, waiting judgment. Difficult decisions are being made. They have expectations. They're not a friend. They didn't plan well. They have a fear of change, a fear of the unknown. People are talking about it. They knew it was going to happen like this. Queen of Cups is here, compassionate and caring. High honor. And these ones don't, the marriage is over. There's no marriage, kaput, no relationship, done. Out of here. And there's a new connection for this earth angel that there's no doubt about it. And they're in a 9 of swords. And it could be that they're gonna be neglected. Yeah, look at that, 2 of Cups, and we got courtship here. So there's a connection, and there's no doubt about this connection. It's a good connection, and this is throwing these ones, these enemies, these F buddies, in a 9 of swords. Oh, they're, all they had to offer was sex and trauma and drama and heartbreak. There's thoughts. They're thinking about your child or your innocence in the house. They're thinking about you having a child, or the fact that you're innocent. You're in the house with your lover of great fortune. Lovers are of great fortune are coming together, and there's sudden wealth. There's a message here. There's sudden wealth for the privileged lady coming from the courthouse. So there could be some things going on in the courthouse right now, some decisions being made about whatever it was that these ones took from this main female. They drained this earth angel. Of everything except life. And, they're under judgment. Everything that they did, it's got to be compounded by pain and suffering. Over time. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. When my spiritual battle first started, over 2 decades ago, I credited my survival with stubborn will. That's all I had for a long time, before I was able to rebuild my connection with spirit and self. all I had was stubborn will. And then the family showed up, and I was very impressed by skillful will. I mean, there's a lot to be said about skillful will, but I suppose, skillful will has to start out as stubborn will, right? So being stubborn isn't such a bad thing. It means you're on your way, right? It's all perspective, all in where you're at, all in what you're seeing in the moment, all of what you're capable of seeing or understanding in the moment. Rituals. Their rituals failed. Their rituals failed, and now they're in bad health, and they're in the subconscious, they're thinking about death and poverty. It backfired. They were trying to put poverty and death on an honest, caring, and compassionate earth angel with their third party enemy Hobag. And now they're in bad health. Fate in the reverse, they didn't expect this. They didn't even consider it. They didn't see it coming. They wished death and poverty on a sweetheart, on a wife. Who isn't a wife anymore. She's got a new connection. And it's true, honest, with integrity. These ones are a bunch of masked, phony balonies. They don't even know who they are. They've been probably pretending to be other people for so long they have no personality of their own. Except for anger, I imagine, frustration. They're probably, the only real thing about them probably is their shadow self. That they try really hard to put on somebody else. Collaboration. A collaboration. Unity. Backup. The Earth Angel has backup. And she's strong. And these third-party enemies, there's an understanding of who they are, what they've been doing, what they're about. They don't think it's funny that you know who they are, that they're in adversity, who chases after the literal life force, essence, and pathway of another human being, of a living being that they claim to love. An honest person who enters the union with expectations of having a family and love. Stronger together kind of stuff, but then you wind up with this enemy. Main female is all relaxed, gained her freedom from this foolishness. These enemies, they're facing poverty and imprisonment. They're dishonest, or they're going to experience dishonesty and a lack of a support system, a lack of assistance. There won't be anybody to help them. And you're getting a wish come true, a 9 of Cups. You're emotionally stable. You're happy. You're positive. Celebrating life. Earth Angel. Earth Angel. Balanced and harmonized. Living a life of gratitude. You've got a connection to a network. You're not alone. You're not alone. And I think that these ones really, in the beginning, maybe you were alone because they targeted you. You had this commitment and they thought you would just be, you're a sweetheart, and they thought you were an easy target. They thought you were weak. And with their brutal mindset, they figured it was going to be easy to take you out. Because they were brutal. And they had knowledge that you didn't have. That they could use against you. To bind you, to tie you up, to get you committed to some realm or whatever. They had no interest whatsoever of becoming a better person. They just wanted to appear as though they had become a better person. But they're a fraud. With a mental disturbance. They're mentally disturbed. They're all up in their head. They're in a fantasy. They're mentally disturbed. They're in this fantasy. They're having a supernatural occurrences perhaps around them right now. Wow. They could be in a mental imprisonment. Having fear and anxiety for coming after an earth angel. The earth angel's family is here. And what these ones have been doing for entertainment is being stopped. This earth angel is irreplaceable. They're frightened. They're frightened. They know what they did. They know what they committed to. They know what they played with. They know what spirits they played with. They know what they asked for and what's hitting them now. They're expecting a judgment to hit. They're at a crossroads right now. You were able to stand up for your own. You were protected by your family, by a network, a team. They're bound to their curses. They're bound to their curses. The curses that they wanted you bound to, they are bound to them. They called them up. They drummed them up. They made the deal. They made the deal. Contract is over. You're no longer connected to them contractually with this marriage. It's over. Kaput, done. People are gossiping about this. They knew that it was going to happen like this, or somebody out there knew it was going to happen like this because they're talking about it. It's like, this is not an unexpected outcome. They knew it was going to happen. And they're gossiping. Queen of Cups is a high honor, compassionate caring person who got hooked up with somebody who was not even a friend. They entered into this as an enemy, fully aware of what they were going to do to this person, this earth angel. It was premeditated. The damages and the harm. Oh, they want to apologize. Pfft. Kidding me. Perseverance in the reverse. They don't think they're going to be able to persevere through this. They're in their pride. You've got a courtship here, lovers. There's no doubt about this union, and they are in a Nine of Swords over it. They're in trauma and despair. They know that they neglected you, and it's their turn to be neglected. They're frightened because they know what they made you go through. They didn't live and learn anything. They didn't live and learn anything. They didn't learn anything except how to be brutal and cruel. That's what they wanted to be, and that's what they were. Indulgent, arrogant. And now they're overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed because families triumphed, gained a victory. The family unit gained a victory. These ones, they were all about their pride, mind reading people to predict their futures or to plan their futures for them. But they wound up making merit through that whole process. And these ones wound up, they were bullying. There's lots of gossip. Yeah, you're okay. And you survived these natural disasters. And they're bound to their commitments. They bullied you, but you're okay. You survived natural disasters, and they are bound to their commitments because you survived. You didn't transition. You didn't transition. They couldn't harvest your life force. You didn't transition. And the cycle, the wheel has turned, and they're bound to their agreements. He's sleeping, but it's like he's licking something. His tongue, his throat is like going like, it's like he's licking something or eating something. It's funny. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. Cheerfulness. Cheerfulness. Be happy. They failed. Be happy. They failed. Their rituals backfired. They did not see this coming. They worked for a very long time to make this happen. Failure. Surprise! Surprise, I guess they didn't know it all after all. Them and their third wheel enemy. They're in bad health. And they're in a judgment reversed, punishment, destruction. They didn't see it coming. They're in bad health. They were wishing death upon a sweetheart that they tricked into marriage as a loving partner. The enemy. The enemy. The enemy is out of hope. They did rituals to cause death to this sweetheart so that they could have a house. But they weren't able to put this sweetheart in a coffin, and now they are expecting death. They're low energy. They don't have any energy. They're in a mental prison. They're in a mental prison. It could be an old woman, or there might be an old woman present. Main female, Queen of Cups, Temperance, Earth Angel, too strong, and has a family, Earth Angel family. Earth Angel family. I thought I saw two of them come out here. I guess there's only one. We got gift in the reverse, so they weren't able to steal the gift out of this Earth Angel. Earth Angel has their freedom, gained freedom from these hypocrites, all relaxed. These adversaries are getting a message of concern. They're facing poverty and imprisonment. They could be in a mental imprisonment with this imagination card and this disturbance card, or they could be mentally disturbed and experiencing some supernatural stuff. This thief, they're a thief. They're a thief. They didn't get the gift. They could not extract the gift out of this Earth Angel. Sun. Room in the reverse. This is my mind, my card for mind. So this tells me that they're not able to get into or connect to the mind, the mental body of this Earth Angel. They've got something going on in their own head. They're frightened. They're frightened. So we got fright, and we've got the Moon card, fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety, and there's and then we've got up here, we've got the Two of Wands reversed, fear of the unknown, fear of change. There's a lot of fear going on here from a brutalizer, from an enemy that did their very best to exterminate an Earth Angel. Whose love, the way they love, can't be matched. Irreplaceable. Man, these people are freaking cruel, man. Foul, cruel. And they lack consistency. They have no consistency. No self-control. You were able to maintain control. You were able to stand up for yourself and hold your own against this difficult situation. These enemies are at a crossroads and they're under judgment. Business is finished and they have expectations. They're bound to the curses. They're bound to all of the curses, all of the rituals, all of the mental disturbances that they wished upon this Earth Angel. It's all going back on them. It's all going back on them. This Queen of Cups is high honor. they're not going to be able to persevere through what they put this person through. And they know it. They did everything, and they're shocked. There was no plan B. They're shocked. You weren't supposed to make it. They did everything that they could think of that would take them their own selves out. It had to take you out. And then they had, it wasn't just of their own thinking, but they had guides and you know, teachers and coaches and stuff. And you didn't know anything. You were in the dark. You thought you were in love. And you wondered why love hurt so damn bad. Wasn't supposed to be like that. Wasn't supposed to be like that. This enemy. This is an enemy of innocence. An enemy of the innocent. And now they're in a Nine of Swords. They didn't live and learn anything. It's their turn to be neglected. Whoops. Come here, you. Where did it go now? Spirit's just laying it on us. So, misfortune. They're in trauma and despair. They're in a misfortune. Worry and, oh my gosh. Worry and fear, trauma and despair. Fear of change, fear of the unknown. Fear and anxiety. Huh. Scholar. Foe. Widower. It's like this person, it's like these people, these widowers, it's like they marry these earth angels or these beautiful people, and then they become a widower, and they inherit the house and the money and the girlfriend. Yeah, this is their game. This is their racket. To marry an earth angel and then to mysteriously somehow become a widower while gaining the inheritance. I'll see you on the next one, everybody.